Hello, everyone, and welcome to the OGs of BD, where we talk about all things related to business development. So, John, what should we talk about today?
Yeah, Jim, I think today I want to talk about, why consistent outreach creates compounding returns. And I know you probably have a lot to talk about this too, but like kind of what that means to me is that consistent outreach, and I would almost even add to this too, now I'm thinking about it, consistent and varied, outreach. So when I think about outreach, I think about relationship marketing and building relationships with prospects and partners. I think about what am I doing on social media, on LinkedIn? What's that consistent outreach? Am I posting weekly, multiple times a week? Things like that. It's in person, that consistent going to networking events, meeting with people, meeting with my COIs, having lunches, having breakfasts, things like that. And then it's virtual stuff. It's like this. It's that consistent outreach in doing, Zooms with folks. It's doing speaking engagements if you can, and podcasts, those kinds of things. I think the more variety that you have in your outreach, the more return you're going to get, and the more you're doing it, and that consistent approach. And I think LinkedIn, it seems to me, is like it's the easiest way to kind of look at this, because in LinkedIn, people are all over the place. You see some folks that might have one post a month, and then all of a sudden they do a flurry of like they're doing there three times a week for like 2 weeks, and then you don't see them for two months. That doesn't help, So when I look at that outreach, I think about that, and I think about, okay, well, when's the last time I've been to an event? If it's been too long, I need to have a more consistent approach to those kinds of things, because that will ultimately, give you returns. I have a friend that he always says, and I brought this up today actually with a client we were talking to about just showing up and being there. And in some cases, I mean, I might have a tough week, I might be burned out, but I still need to go to that event and just show up, and just, even if it's an appearance for a half hour, and meet and shake some hands and get to, reconnect with some folks, just offers that consistency. Yeah. What would you have to
Well,
comment on?
first of all, I would say that you can say that outreach is the same as touches. We generally talk
Yeah.
about touches, and
Yeah.
there's information out there that says it takes 7 or 12 or 19 touches. Who knows what it is? But what you're describing is what I call the three-legged stool. It's in-person networking, remote networking, and LinkedIn engagement. It's not like a one size fits all. You got to do all three of them, and you got to do them consistently. And at the end of the day, for people like you and I, you want people to remember you, and so that you are top of mind. And that's why you go to that networking event when you're exhausted. And that's the last thing you want to do. But you go because you need to be seen, and people need to remember, oh, right, John Dinkle, I forgot all about him. I need to talk to him about something. So
Yeah.
good stuff.
And I think if you're serious, if you are really serious about building your network and building your business through this type of activity, you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to do this stuff. It's one thing to have a little fits and starts and do it for a couple of months, and then I'm not going to do it anymore. But that's not going to get you the returns that you really want to. You really do have to commit to this, and want to be out there and make the most of it. So yeah, good stuff.